Hello there and welcome back. Superbooth 2025 just finished. It has been a very beautiful and overwhelming experience. I met so many of you, I tried so many new instruments, but I'm sure I missed something. I always arrive at the fourth day, today Sunday, and just relaxing and see some videos of something that I would have loved to put my hands on. So forgive me if you are a company that try to reach out and meet me, but it's really complex to manage to do everything. Anyway, the first things I want to do is thank the Superbooth because it's always beautiful. It's different than any other convention I've ever been. It's not about buying and owning things, but it's about meeting people and sharing experience. I really love to know what's behind products, meet the person that actually build the stuff, learn stories, and I think that is what everybody is raving about at Superbooth. Other than that, there's so many concerts. I wrote here what I really like. I met finally and listened to Frefre, Peril, Dasha Rush, Heimbach, Surgeon's Girl, Surgeon, there was a surgeon gathering too, Ellen Peel, my dear friend Ellen Peel, Anna Z, which made an amazing concert. Then I had the chance also to share some thoughts with Sam Barker that also gave a speech for ECHO. So was, as an artist and as a human being, was super fulfilling, and I love the vibe that they managed to create there. I also want to add to the list of my favorite instrument of day one what caught my attention on day 2 and 3. I don't think I have something that I would call the best of show, because all of these things that I'm talking about are things that I think are useful, beautiful, they have a story behind, they have passion behind, so I gladly support with my video. I did almost everything by myself. My dear wife Candice was with me for a long most of the days, helping me out, so thanks to Candice, thanks to Oxy that has been my sort of family and backbone, and of course I didn't talk a lot about them because I'm part of the family at this point, so I don't want to feel biased, but they had a beautiful super booth. A lot of people come to the booth and try the new Mark II, so I'm really happy for everything that happened. But without further ado, let's go through the few other things that I loved. First things, there's this new synth called the Econ 6 from Morphor. It's a very beautiful project. Basically, it's based on 6 bucket brigade chip. So what makes an analog bucket brigade delay that get resonating and so create a sound. Not only with that, but you can feed them noise and a wave. So it creates a sort of very fascinating polyphonic synth. I really like the design. The modulation is pretty complex but very easy to set up. So you have all of these buttons and you can activate it, and you can send the different modulator source to a lot of possible destination. So it's a synth that sounds really good, very practical, all hands-on and control. It's still getting refined because they finish few days before the show, so it's gonna have also preset. I found it really interesting, so check that out if you can. Then next to that there was the stand of 1010. 1010, they just released one of the instruments that make a lot of people talk. I never tried anything from 1010, but I always hear very good thing. So this one is the bento box, is their new iteration of what was the black box. It's a sampler, it's a sequencer, it's a beatbox, it does a lot of stuff, and it's the first time that they use a nice big screen with touch possibilities. It has the buttons that are touch sensitive. Seems a very capable thing. Kinda would like to try to build a live set on that, because it seems very straightforward and very well built. Right next to them, a brand that I talked already is called Play Superlative. They are designing, they did design these let's say new version of an SH101, and it looks stellar. It was my favorite design of last year. It is finally available and it's in production, so it took few years to refine. It's called the SB1. I met Richie Otin there, so my friend Richie, we had a quick chat and they were trying and he absolutely loved it. Design-wise, I think it's one of the best things that I saw, but it's not new. We discussed about that already last year. I would really love to have one for my studio. Okay, the same area, we have these other companies, small companies called NoBPM. They produced their first module, and it's pretty fascinating. It's one of those super simple ideas that nobody yet developed. It's called the mute performer. So basically you can build this mute system which works in a way like you can gather mutes and make scenes and then load scenes and trigger scenes. And while they were giving me a demonstration, I realized this could be super cool because you can create a lot of variation. It's super hands-on, so creating group of mutes or this scene, whatever you want to call it, it's the matter of a second. On the high-end audio, there's a lot of stuff there that are cool, but it's not my main field, so I tried a lot of compressor, EQ, everything super cool. But there's one product that really stole the show to me. It is the Rodic MX mixer. I saw this project develop for the past, I think, 3 or 4 years. I remember the first time I saw these people was down in the basement of the Superbooth, and now they have a full-fledged, huge stand. These things feel amazing. Now, you guys know I have my Zell AM1. If I wouldn't have that, 100% I would buy a Rodic MX. First, because the price, to me, for the quality that it offers is amazing. It's around 6K for the basic configuration. It loads 500 modules, so you can add per channel. You can have different configuration using mono channel, stereo channel. There's a lot of possibility with CV. The connectivity is great. The sound is amazing. And it's really thought for electronic musicians and live performers. Obviously, it's not a mixer that you would take easily to a show, but it's something that is thought to be a performance hub of your home studio. Down on the lower level, there was this very, very fascinating human being. Allard is his name. The company is called Frack Noise, and he produced this. Actually, he wrote a book. And if you buy the book, you will have a free synth. And the free synth is called Melancholytron. So it's a synth that produces only melancholic and sad sound. So you read a story, the story has a preset, the synths basically load the preset, it's a digital synth, and it has a few controls, but they interact with the sound and change the sound very little, but rather, and all the sounds are beautiful and sad and melancholic, so what I like. Here, rather than the instrument itself, there's the story behind, there's a very fascinating project, a very beautiful human being. So I really enjoyed spend some time there. It was one of Candy's top picks. She did the top pick too. Maybe we should bring her in and do a video with her too. Candy's top picks. I'll try to convince her. Maybe you guys should write in the comment if you want Candice to do her own video, and I'll make her do it. So moving from there, still in that area, there's another synth that I really stupidly overlook. But they produce now one control surface that is the Roto control. So you know we are talking about Melbourne Instrument from Australia. And I've been guided through the new firmware of Nina that had a very powerful and easy to use sequencer, multi-timbral. So you have 4 tracks, you can work with 4 different voices, and if you know me, I love working with 4 voices. So I really hope that after our chat and our mutual love, I can get my hands on one unit, because I would really like to try it. I'm sure that it could be a Vermona performer friends, and while I can sometimes perform with the Vermona, but I could perform with that too. Having this sort of slow mind, it's really helpful to load a patch and see the movement. One thing that I didn't know is that those knobs that move, I thought they were motor inside. So I was a bit afraid, like maybe in a couple of years this is gonna be need service. Instead, it's all a magnetic system, and not only you have this knob that is floating because it's magnetic, so there's no friction, but also you can make different behavior. One can be a fully controllable, not detented pot, then it can be detented, there can be limited. It's an amazing system. I met the engineer that created it, so it has to be a genius. Great job. I can't wait to have the chance to try deeply. The rotor control also is very nice. You can put it in front of your computer, would be definitely nice on my desk. So great job, Melbourne Instrument. So there's another booth where we spent, me and my wife, quite a lot of time chatting with Roy, super nice human being, and we love what they do. The stand is the stand of Synthuk Academy. They actually teach people how to design synth. They were introducing the Spotty Catch, which is a dual looper. Imagine like you have two real tape and you can record and then mangle the sound. Really beautiful. It reminded me a bit of the a double Morphagene or the Coco Quantus, but it's very simple to use, very beautiful. And also they do this super cool synth called the Audrey, which is an horrorscape synthesizer, and basically it's an oscillator that goes inside a delay, and it's beautiful. And we spent some time. My wife got one, so Candice will be able to play that, and it's just, the design is gorgeous. The sound that it creates, it's super intuitive and beautiful. And this is one of those examples of a company that we love to support. They put a lot of good vibes in the universe. They are no profit, so please, if you can, spend some time checking on their website or Instagram that I will link down below to see what they do, and let's support them. There's two more things, and those are both projects that I really love. So first, I got one, and this is Componental. Finally, they had one demo unit of the Dubby. This thing does a lot of stuff. It's basically an open source interface when you can load script very easily. You can now, in the new version, change your side panel. This one has slider, this one has button, there's another one for pedal input and output. You have a very high-end and high-resolution big knobs, which can be mapped to everything, and you load scripts, plugin, let's call it whatever you want. Can be instrument, can be effects. They become pretty popular with a delay, King Tubby delay. Obviously did that fall precisely in what I like, but they let me try some new idea they have. So there was these effects that had a distortion, a bit of compression, and a weird delay that you trigger and move then the pot, and it was simply amazing just to play. So I will covering this in depth, and very happy, and thanks Componental for giving me this. It's a new company. The people are super passionate and super nice, so please go check what they are doing too. I really like their ethos, and I want to support them as much as I can. And last but not least, I want to chat a bit of my friend Stephano from Euterpe Synthesizer. So they just come out with this new module called the Itinera. Itinera has some parts from the Vertice, which is the big brother. It's a big filter bank with 3 channels. It does a lot of stuff. I'm guilty, I should use it more, but I will. I just rewire everything in the studio, so it will come. This is a very straightforward filter with saturation circuit. as you can hear probably from the video, it can sound massive, and they definitely like to be the loudest booth in Superbooth. They're fun people from Italy. I really hope they can keep doing what they're doing. A lot of small companies are struggling lately because the market, it is what it is, and we live in a moment that is pretty complicated. It's not that I want to do any political message here, but it's really important to support companies like this, because they put a lot of effort in what they're doing, and we sometimes judge very easily, talking about, oh, this costs too much, and then go buy the cheap version from companies that maybe steal ideas from other and use exploited labor. So whenever you see good company and you have to pay a little bit more, most of the time is because they do fair wages to their employees, whatever you say. And it's a hard business right now. It's a hard business, I know. And so keep in mind that. And that's it. So we close this Superbooth 2025. I can't already wait to meet everybody next year. It has been amazing. Thanks again. Thanks to the closest people that were around me, Candace, Oxy, and I guess we will see you next week or so. But to all the other, I'll see you next year. Ciao.